Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So while we wait for this phone to be announced tomorrow, I'm just so ready for the Pixel 4 to be released. Let's talk about the Galaxy Fold. So the Galaxy Fold is obviously back in the news. Now Samsung claims that they have fixed the issues that they had before previously with the screen peeling and all these different things, and they've updated the design a little bit. But I want you to pay attention to the wordplay that you get from some other people talking about this phone online. Now, let me start by saying, and I've said this a gazillion times, I'm going to say it again. The Galaxy Fold is a very intriguing device. I would love to have one. I'm very interested in reviewing it. I'm very interested in owning it and adding it to the collection of devices that I do have right now, because this is smartphoneconversations.com. The plug, hit the website. So why wouldn't I want to have this device? What is the two things that stop me from getting this device? Let's go over them again. Price and that small screen on the front. Other than that, I'm totally intrigued by this device. So the small screen. Samsung could have done better with this. I've spoken of this before. They could have done better, but they didn't. So you get this small screen on the front. Now, when you have a situation where you're trying to, like me, pay for things outright, I've gone on record and said that no phone, once you get past $400 to $500, you got to start justifying why I'm getting ready to spend this money or why I should give you my money. And that holds true to the Galaxy Fold. If a phone isn't worth $400 to $500, if you're not getting much after that, why would I spend $2,000 on it? Well, I wouldn't. So again, I've gone on record and told you guys a million times that for those who have been following my coverage of the Galaxy Fold, I like the device. It looks pretty cool, but it is definitely not $2,000 cool. Can I afford it? Of course I can afford to swipe my card for $2,000 and not be hurting afterwards. However, is it a smart choice? Absolutely not. This remains to be seen, because buying a phone for $1,000, and unfortunately, if it's not an iPhone or it's not a Huawei Mate 20 or something, certain phones just hold value. And if it's not one of those phones, it's going to depreciate very fast. Like example, my Galaxy Note 10 Pluses that I bought, those phones, you could get them with a trade-in, get them for half off. So then the resale value on those, people are going to always be thinking about, oh man, he didn't pay a lot for this phone. And they're going to offer you bottom line, just the lowest price possible when you try to resell. Case in point, technically T has a 512 gig Galaxy Note 9 just sitting around. He says he's probably going to give it away. He doesn't know yet. If I were him, I wouldn't give it away. I would try to sell it and get every coin I can get from that device, because like he said, he was talking about memory online one time, and he's right. Why get the highest memory option? But if you can get in at a low price, keep the devices. Now the Galaxy Fold, unfortunately, probably is not going to do well. I don't think Samsung actually wants to sell the device in the US market. I really don't, because if they did, they would have just launched it across the board. Launching a device in a certain region lets you know how they feel about that region. Anybody else? Aren't there plenty of phones that could launch in the US that don't? Just saying. So doing this staggered launch, September 6th was the launch for it in Korea, and the 9th it's going to be Australia, and then there's no date for the US. Folks, I believe that there's no date for the US yet, and they're saying they're going to release this for the US. I don't think they have the confidence that the US is going to buy this phone. I just don't think so, especially when you can get a 512 gig S10 or Note 9 or Note 10 Plus. You got this device that folds open to a 7.3 inch, I believe it is, but you've got a 6.8 inch Galaxy Note 10 Plus that cost $1,000 less. How are you going to convince me to buy the Galaxy Fold at double the cost? What am I getting that's so different? Now pay attention to the wordplay as I started off with. You'll hear some people saying, 2019 is the year of the foldable phone. How about when other companies released the folding phone, people just weren't ready for it? And also brand loyalty. That's what's happening here as well. We're watching a lot of brand loyalty because there are a ton of people out there that experienced a folding phone and enjoyed it from another brand. However, there are some people that are so brand loyal with these things on the side, they can't see past, or they can't see the reality of it. So brand loyalty is definitely happening when you watch videos about the Galaxy Fold. Another wordplay that I see going on here is people saying, it's a first gen device. That is something that's been getting tossed around for quite some time now, and I'm kind of tired of it, actually. So what a device is a first gen device? According to Samsung, they've been working on this for years. And so sometimes you don't get it right the first time. Sometimes. But as far as I can see, those are all excuses. And they fall back to that brand loyalty thing. This is a device that's ready for the market now. It was kind of ready the first time. They just made it. They fumbled a couple times, and they came back and rectified it, obviously, because they want to sell it. So, even if you're a business owner, I just don't see the advantages of the Fold. So what? It has a little bit bigger screen, but if you're a business owner, I would tell you to probably grab the Note 10 Plus. Can definitely get things done on the Note 10 Plus. Yeah. So internally, I have the same thing as the Fold. 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and I get the S Pen if I need to doodle and sign some documents or just take notes and stuff like that. There's advantages to not getting the Fold, and then there's the one advantage of getting the Fold is having a device that folds. That's pretty much it. The app continuity, you're doing it on one screen, you open up on the other. That's cool, but, I don't know. And again, check the wordplay when you're listening to people talk about this device. Oh, it's a first gen. It's a first gen, let's give them a pass. It's only $2,000. It's a first gen. What makes you guys think that Samsung is going to release a Galaxy Fold 2 at a much lower cost? Just consider that. Considering what they're saying it takes to make this device, and this is such great engineering, how is it that they're going to release anything a lot more affordable? I would probably say this will be their one-hit wonder, and if you get one later on down the line, if someone's willing to part with one at a lower cost, if anything, people are going to try to sell it at a higher cost to try to make it seem like it's so appealing. But I feel like the Galaxy Fold is a device I really, really want. I want the phone. I really do. But I can't justify spending $2,000 when I got a Galaxy Note 10 Plus for a fantastic price. $1,000 less, $900 less. I don't see how I could justify that. And technically the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and the Note 10, they offer some things that the Fold doesn't. The only thing the Fold has is the Fold. That's it. Right? And a higher price tag. What else am I getting? There are phones out there that are 7.3 inches, the Huawei Mate 20X, which is a beautiful phone, killer hardware. You won't worry about anything breaking on you don't have any creases or anything like that. There's phones out there that already compete. Even Samsung's own Galaxy Note 10 Plus and 10 are better options, I think, than the Galaxy Fold. But the techie in me won't let it die. The Galaxy Fold is very intriguing, and I'm not gonna get on. I've told you the two things that I don't like multiple times: price and that small screen. And I don't like how thick it is. People are downplaying that it's thick. Stop doing that. I mean, if you're watching someone tell you it's great and feels great, it's thick, especially when thin is in. Remember, everybody raved about having the thinnest phone, and then this phone comes out and it's thick. It's like 20 millimeters probably. I don't know. But check the wordplay. Now, again, I really plan on grabbing that Fold, but I don't think I'm going to grab it while it's $2,000. I'm happy enough to find it pre-owned. If I could find one pre-owned, man, I'd take my risk at $1,000. I would. I've said in the past that I cap my limit at $1,000 for smartphones because I can't. It's hard to justify anything past. It's hard to justify anything past $400 to $500. And the reason that is because you have phones like the Axon 10 Pro, the G8, you've got the Mi 9T Pro, you got all these phones that are spread across the US. You got the Pixel 3a line. You've got all these phones that are spread across the US and just across the world that pretty much do the same thing. And the reasoning or excuses that I hear from the people that have touched this phone is it's a first gen. You know, they fix the problems. You're getting a folding, you get the future, it's a folding phone. I'm not buying into that. I never buy into what the media says. I want to get it myself. And while I have some, while I feel some type of way about the folding phone and the small screen, or the small screen on the front, I might get it in hand and fall in love with it. But I don't know that I could fall in love with, seeing as though I have a folding phone. It can get kind of, it's nice to have, but you still want to be able to work one-handed. And working one-handed on this long device with this small screen might be an issue. Another thing is they split the power button in the fingerprint reader. Yeah, I don't know why. That's what they did. That's what they chose to do. And that's that. But I'm sure if I were to get it in hand, I might possibly feel some type of way, in a good way. But if you're listening to me talk about this, you know that I'm interested in the device. I only have 2 gripes, and I'm ready to purchase. Just not right now. It's your man Jay Will. What do you think about these updated news? You know, Samsung's coming. It's coming to the U.S., but we don't have a plan for the U.S. yet. Do you believe that Samsung even wants this phone to launch in the U.S.? I mean, look at what the people in the U.S., the reviewers they gave it to the first time, look what they did. They destroyed it. They picked it apart really bad. So Samsung says, screw you, U.S. market. I'm going to release this in my own country, and we'll enjoy it, and you don't get to. So rest assured, if you want to get the Galaxy Fold now and in the U.S., and it turns out it might not launch in the U.S., get ready to hit third-party sites and get robbed. They're probably going to jack that phone up to $2,500, $3,000 and try to make it this niche device that is exclusive, you know? Anyway, it's your man Jay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.